you carry any personal stories, maybe your connections with Athens, and you would like to share with us?
First of all, I want to say that I met my wife in Crete.
Okay.
That was in '99, and everybody thought it was a holiday sweetheart, but we're still married to this day, so that feels great. Second, I want to say that I spent a lot of time in Athens last year because we were on holiday here. We had a house in Nafplio, so we went there for a little bit. And I was in the Cyclades. We went to several places around Greece.
Does Athens has any significance, I mean, more symbolic in your mind?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Athens is the capital of the world. I always, if I go to the Acropolis, like, it's such a special place. And I went there with my kids, and I went there many times. And such a special place to be.
I think the first time that you were here was with the Zeros, as a DJ, I mean. And
yeah, for a venue.
And comparing to this era that while you were at the height of your trance career, let's say, maybe. How different is maybe today's Armin van Buuren?
I think you should ask my fans what the difference is between Armin in 2005 and now.
I mean,
I'm still the same person, but I learned a lot. And I think my sound evolved, but I always stay loyal to trance, that emotion, the melodies is still the core of my sound. But I do, my sound is a lot broader maybe. The sound has evolved, so I've evolved, but I still play In and Out of Love. I still, I still pay homage to my older sets, yeah.
In the meantime, you have achieved a remarkable recognition, okay? You were 5 times named as the DJ of the year. But you have also spoken openly about going through an emotional breakdown, right? I was wondering, given that in the DJ lifestyle, maybe addictions and generally unhealthy habits can often feel normalized. What was the turning point for you personally to embrace sobriety, mindfulness, and a new way of life?
I think the turning point was right before COVID. Not a lot of people know this, but I actually had a press statement standing by to say like, okay, I'm taking a sabbatical, I'm going for 1 year, I needed a break from the music scene for a little bit. I was touring too much. I was too busy with, producing, making radio shows, and maybe I wasn't so happy anymore. And I wanted to quit, and I had to find a new balance. I think the biggest problem for me was that I was not happy, but I was angry with myself that I was not happy, because I was like, how can I complain? I have 2 beautiful children, I have a great wife, but I was drinking too much, I was doing too many shows, I was chasing my own tail. I was doing shows that were not making me happy. So the first answer to me was complete sobriety. I never took drugs, so I'm now 5.5 years clean and sober. I never drink alcohol anymore. Second, I reduced the number of gigs, so I'm not away every weekend anymore. I spend more time with my family because I think it's important for me. Not so much only for my family, but also for me. Third thing is, for example, I'm just back from my holiday. My last show was August 8th. And every DJ will tell you that August is the best month for money, And I took a whole month off. And in this new phase of your life, do you see your experience with trance or EDM in general in a different way as well? Yeah, I mean, how you experience now the music? I seriously considered quitting during COVID. Like, I listened only to jazz, and I was like, what happens if I sell everything, my studio? And I reached already so many highlights, and financially I'm okay, so why would I go? And then I sat behind the piano and I found my love for music again. I mean, music is such a strong force. It's like what drives me in life. And I just want to feel free to create whatever I want to create and where my higher power takes me. So it's not so much about success or money, it's just like I want to create. That's what I want to do. And a great example was the Breathe In, Breathe Out project. Yep. A journey of 51 tracks, unbelievable. Yeah. I would like to ask, what does this project mean to you personally, and why did you choose to highlight the process of breathing through your work? To answer your last question first, I have a new morning routine. So every day I meditate, every day I do breathing exercise, every day I make a gratitude list, every day I write in my diary. And this helps me to make sort of an agreement with myself. And like, okay, so what am I going to do today? What is my goal today? What do I want to reach today? And then at the end of the day, I write in my diary, did I make my goals today? Was I happy? Was I kind to other people? So breathing in, breathing out is part of my daily routine. Before I go on stage in just a bit, I don't drink alcohol anymore. So how can I relax for a show? By breathing, exercising. So my breath is my anchor. It's my guiding point. If I'm stressed, if I'm happy, if I'm scared, I use breathing as my exercise. And I still think it's important to have albums, because even though album sales are not so good anymore, the fans love it. And it's like a photograph of that era. Like, I released a big album 2 years ago called Feel Again. And this was like a photograph of that era. And Balance was a photograph of the era before that. So I'm already working on the next project. So the reason why there's 51 tracks is because it's actually 2 albums, Breathe In and Breathe Out, combined. And I'm more productive than ever, ever since I'm clean and sober, I'm working on my mental health, on my physical health. So I'm just more productive. And I think albums are more playlists anyway.
Yeah. And in this album we have seen unexpected collaborations with artists from other genres, like Bon Jovi or Pendulum.
Yeah.
Do you think collaborations like this could help reshape the future of EDM? Maybe.
Maybe. It's not, I didn't make it to save the future of EDM. I made it because I just want to have fun in the studio. And I want to work with people who inspire me. John Bon Jovi is such a nice guy. I met him in Miami. We had such a great connection. Same thing with Moby. Same thing with Pendulum. I know these guys. They're my friends now. And it's so weird to say that. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to buy albums from Bon Jovi, and now I did a track with him on my album. It's insane. And it's great. It's just like, I'm not trying to save anything. I'm just trying to have fun in the studio, trying to be as authentic as possible. And this is what Armin van Buuren sounds like in 2025.
Throughout all these years, a lot of things have changed, for sure, both in the music, both in the crowd. We have the rise of electronic music right now. But do you think that there's a factor that remains the same in the trance culture?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the most powerful element in trance music has been the melody. If you ask what is the powerful element in techno, maybe they would say the kick or the drive. But in trance, it's always the melody. And I think this is a universal thing. Of course, trance sound different than 25 years ago because it's made in a different way. When I started as a producer, I had a different studio than I have now, So that evolves, but the main ingredient is still the melody. And I think the trance is more popular now than 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So people are starting to rediscover melodies and the power of melodies again, and that's a beautiful thing. I think we couldn't live without music. Try to go to a wedding without music. Try to watch a movie without music. Try to go to a funeral without music. Music is what gives color to life. Sometimes you don't notice it's there, but if it's not there, you miss it. So it's kind of a funny thing. It's music, we're so focused on music. And I think also statistics show that because of internet, because of streaming, people are consuming more music than ever before. Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of music, but on the other hand, so many people, it's so easy now to access music. I mean, when I grew up, I had to go to a CD store and pay money to get a CD. And now you can just, type in 4 characters on your phone and you have the track and you can play it. It's wonderful. I think that is an evolution for sure. Thank you.
I thank you.
Nice to meet you. Man. Ευχαριστώ.